the reshaping of systems. So maybe just to talk about that quickly. We see obviously two or really three big participants there. There's obviously the CSDs in lots of different marketplaces. There are the global custodians, and then there are local custodians. And if you look at this marketplace, it's quite a big securities market. And you have a CSD that has the opportunity to scale. I think if you look at other parts of Europe where you see smaller CSDs, I think they're going to be in a much more challenging position, because if you look at a very high level at what T2S is about, clearing and settlement are going to move from the CSD to the European Central Bank. That means, though, that what's left is record keeping and asset servicing, which are two areas where a lot of medium-sized CSDs are not particularly efficient at today. Because I think if you look at, for me, looking at things from a systems point of view, a lot of it has to do with efficiency. The challenge a lot of organizations are going to face is that in their entire IT infrastructure, it's going to be difficult to actually uncouple settlement from record keeping and from asset servicing. So it's going to take a while for people to move away from that. And we're working with a number of organizations where we're calling it a legacy enhancement. So instead of completely shutting down older systems, it's trying to make sure that they get benefit of the systems that they built over the years, while they gradually some functionality disappears. I think that's the first theme we're seeing. Second, though, is, and I see we have two very significant European global custodians here, is the attitude that the global custodians are taking, because in a number of marketplaces we work with a lot of global custodians who are entering into lots of markets directly, and a number of them are questioning whether they have a local custodian partner, or they question the value of the local custody partner. And again, we think it's really going down to the local know-how and the expertise, and then efficiency on the asset servicing side is whether there is going to be added value there. So if you look at the areas where we see the challenges, that's where they are. Obviously, we're an IT vendor, so we also are looking at this in terms of opportunities as well. So we see the opportunities working with the CSDs, particularly for sustainable strategies, because the costs, particularly to the medium players who have the same IT costs as some of the big ones, is going to be a big issue. And really the theme we're starting to see there is our utility models for IT. So in some cases, some of the new applications that are needed are too expensive for some of the smaller players. So we're actively working with a number who are looking at new initiatives where they're sharing infrastructure as much as they can across different marketplaces.
Okay.